Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Monday Night Football on EA Sports. Up next, we've got a good one on tap between the visiting Houston Texans and the Miami Dolphins. With that, let's get down to Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Standing by for the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Houston Texans. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you from the broadcast booth. And partner, before we get this thing started, what are you going to be watching?
Who gets off to a fast start? In horse racing terms, they talk about catching a flyer out of the gate. Who sets the pace and makes the other team chase?
So here's Miami Fairbairn to do the honors. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. The return will come from Sonoris Perry. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. Ryan Tannehill will be orchestrating the offense, the top 10 pick back in 2012.
A terrific athlete, started at wide receiver before becoming the starting quarterback at Texas A&M, and also took his studies pretty seriously as well. He was a biology major at Texas A&M, planned to become an orthopedic surgeon, but being the 8th pick in the NFL draft, that paid just a little bit better.
Here's the first carry now for Frank Gore. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 37. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings.
False start, offense.
And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw
Still
it,
second down.
you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Play action from Miller. Now Watson. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. 23 yards on the play.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
Circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
A first down carry now for Miller. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. Oh, now Miller slow in getting up. He's still down on the ground. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Now it's Watson, a bootleg. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is, finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. 1st and 10 right at the 20. From the red zone now, Watson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Watson now to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Watson looks to throw again. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller from 6 yards away. And the Texans have taken the early lead.
I do believe we came here to see a game, didn't we? And it looks like he's running what we call routes versus air. You just go out there with your offensive unit and throw the football with no defense. He's 5 for 5 on the opening drive.
He was on his game there for drive number 1, but my only thing is now he can't go any higher than that. He was so perfect. Can he do it again later?
Yeah, all he cares about right now is making it 10 for 10, 15 for 15.
Keeping that going.
And he feels like he can get it done.
Miami Fairbairn on for the extra point. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told, and it results in the Texans finding the end zone. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he finds Danny Amendola. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Tannehill on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. A first carry for Kenyon Drake. He'll get only a couple down to the 44. The Miami Dolphins starting lineup now, and Kenyon Drake, a guy to watch.
He has the ability to affect the game in so many different ways. In the return game, bringing it back himself. Also can be a gunner on the punt coverage team and did that very well at Alabama. But has the ability to run the ball out of the backfield as well as catch it. Kenyon Drake, you can use him so many different ways.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On first down, Drake. And not much running room. Down to the 32. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing. Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And that is incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Jason Sanders now for the Miami field goal. This will be from 49 yards out. The kick by Sanders is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Back 22! Back!
Here's Watson. Griffin's got it, middle of the field. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. The 2nd down carry for Irvin. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now a first down throw, Watson. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. A shotgun snap for Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 4th down, here's the veteran Shane Leckler to punt it away. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. Oh, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So a decent game,
Still
but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Waiting.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And this is going to be incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Here's Matt Hawk now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. That's taken at around the 40. A minute 57 to go in this first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Watson on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, back 22.
On 1st down, Watson. That's caught right side by Anderson. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. From the gun, here's Watson. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down.
Back 22.
Out of the gun, Watson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Miami Fairbairn now to attempt the Texan field goal. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no wind. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well,
yeah.
Right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
Bear now. Following the made field goal, he'll send this one away. Perry, the return. Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill over the middle, it's Amendola. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Tannehill. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On 1st down, Tannehill. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Timeout offense.
And welcome back, the offensive unit. They took the timeout, and now they get set to line up as we resume action. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. Sanders' kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
after the field goal. Here comes Sanders to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far, and certainly plenty to look forward to, as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And the Texans set to come onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Second half begins with a run from Miller. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Flush to his right. Fighting him off. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. To throw is Watson, operating from the gun. He finds his target, Fuller. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Back 22.
Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Play action from Miller. Now Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43. To throw is Watson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and now the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Wide open receiver complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Tannehill hands to Drake. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They stay on the ground with Drake. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw, Tannehill. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
And now out comes Houston. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
After the interception, here's Watson. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
It really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now a handoff to Miller. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Tackle made there by Kiko Alonso.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Throwing on third down, Watson, and that is incomplete. But pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start the drive with Drake. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. And it's caught here, Amendola. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A Dolphin first down as Tannehill is on target to the former Patriot Danny Amendola. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Tannehill on first down. He dumps it off to Drake. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Set. 30. 30. Hot.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. And his throw is incomplete. Danny Amendola, the man he was trying to get it to. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7.
Set. 30. Go, 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 go.
Again, Tannehill. And Amendola with a catch. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Tannehill now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Set. 80. Go, go.
To the air again, Tannehill. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Set. 80. 30. Hot.
Throwing again is Tannehill. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. On 3rd and short, Drake. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Set. 80.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Draw play. Tannehill gives to Drake. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Set. 30. Go, go.
Here's Tannehill now on second down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early.
False start, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still first down.
So from the 2, now they move back to the 7-yard line. First and goal. Following the penalty, it's goal. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Frank Gore taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the 4th.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet, or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that gives him a 3-point lead. That one in the books as a 12-play drive, and it ends with a Frank Gore touchdown run. Sanders now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Watson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Watson. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Andre Branch able to drop him for a loss of 4. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. A shotgun snap for Watson. Dumps it off for Irvin. And down he'll go at the 25. It's a gain of 5. And that'll bring up 4th down. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. So now it may look bleak, but this one not over. They do have all 3 timeouts.
Even at this point on the field, where it looks like, you're really backed up, hold them to a field goal. That's the mantra right now. You hold them to a field goal. You still got a chance to take care of business on the other end, but you're right. The 3 timeouts are going to be key. How well they use them to preserve clock as well as stopping them, that's the key to giving them a chance to win.
On 1st down, it's goal. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Drake. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. And now the Texans want to call another timeout, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Right back to Drake. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that extends their advantage to 6 at 16-10. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. And this is a spot where you can learn a lot about a young quarterback.
And that's why they brought him into the organization, because you don't just bring them in strictly for their talents. You think that they have that something special in them that will allow them to function in these types of situations. Now's time for them to be clinical and not emotional. You know your play sequence. You know what has to get done. Get the ball to the right people, get out of bounds, and get it downfield and try and score.
Yeah, he's trying to earn his stripes here for a winning drive. They'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Hey, back 22.
Back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Back to throw. And he slides to avoid the hit. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. And with 45 seconds showing, he spikes the football. He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here.
Partner, they took a knee to finish this one off. To me, that's the only thing they lost in the 4th quarter. How about that comeback?
Yeah, trailed coming into the last frame. Got it done, taking the knee. Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaunt. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.